Welcome back to Toledo's most watched 9 a.m. show, Good Day, where we're all about local.
Of course, we love it when food is here. Yes, we do, because Brianna Stewart of Jera's Heavenly Sweet is on Bancroft near the university. She's here today.
Yes, I am.
Hey, girl.
Hello.
Garlic honey rolls.
Yeah, garlic, ginger, green onion, honey rolls. I don't know what I'm doing. I just like to try stuff, guys.
Throw it together, make it shake. Go ahead.
Yeah, we'll see. But it is a milk bread roll. So I don't know if you ever had like Japanese milk bread before, where you use sweetened condensed milk in it.
No, I haven't. But
Very
the
delicious.
ingredients, I was just going to say, sound Asian.
Yeah, so that's what I was kind of playing along. The rolls themselves are pretty normal. Like it just has sweetened condensed milk. But the butter topping situation is what we're going to get a little crazy with and see how it goes.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just telling you, okay, so this does involve yeast.
Yes.
Okay, what are the best tips for yeast? Because some people, I've done like the frozen rolls, so that's kind of, you know,
Easier.
Which I won't judge you for, I guess.
Right. But I did try to make my own, and I had an issue with the yeast. So do you have any yeast tips?
I think the biggest thing is don't kill your yeast. If your milk or water that you're putting in is too hot, it kills the yeast immediately and it won't do anything it's supposed to do. Everything after that is pointless. Like it's dead, it's gone. So warm water, like if you can put your finger into the water and not have to pull it out, that's warm water for yeast. And then let it bloom for a minute and
I
work
think
it really
that's
well.
what I did.
Yeah,
too hot,
it's
maybe.
tough.
Yeast murder.
Getting used to yeast is tough, but I think this should be fun. So what I have here is some butter that I just melted down, about a 1/4 cup of butter. We're gonna work on the butter first, then we're gonna go with the dough balls.
Okay.
We're gonna throw in some garlic, which I don't know if you wanna do these things.
Oh,
or if you want me to
sure.
do it, sure. We're gonna let the garlic go ahead and cook for a little bit, just so it becomes really fragrant and gets that good garlicky
Don't
taste.
want to burn it.
Yeah, I went to a restaurant recently that had a honey garlic sauce. And I was like,
Okay.
you know, I feel like something else
What's
could happen
next?
here. Let's do ginger next.
Ginger
Just throw that in there.
next.
And then we're just gonna let that really get smelly. It's gonna smell like a lot of garlic in here. I'm sorry. It might not be the best for clothes.
People are coming in right about now to work and think they're getting a big meal. They
Yeah,
can maybe
that's true.
sneak one of these rolls, but
Oh yeah, I'll leave them for you guys.
that's a good way to. I always heard too, your way you make your husband think you've been working all day at home is to just throw
cook
some
some
garlic
garlic
in the
somewhere.
pot.
I didn't know that was smart. I didn't know that.
Okay.
All right, now we're gonna throw in the honey. So this is 2 tablespoons of honey. You might need this.
Okay.
'Cause it's thick and it's a small area.
Okay.
Rubber's gonna get that in there.
Good idea.
We're just gonna let everything come together and get nice and, I don't know.
Married.
Yeah.
There it is.
Let all the flavors seep into together and it'll be really good, I think.
it smells
I
so
don't know.
good.
I tried the rolls last week. They were really good. I have not done this mixture yet. I just wanted to.
So you can do them just like this plain.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do just regular butter on top. You can do a garlic butter. You can do sweetened condensed milk brushed on top. That's really good too if you want it to be sweeter.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna throw in the green onion as well. And then we'll start working on the dough balls. And I'll mine this over here.
Okay.
So you're gonna put some flour onto your surface there. And probably a little bit more just so it doesn't stick. There you go.
More.
Do you bake? You seem like you bake.
Yeah, a little. I like
Okay.
to. You know, baking, as we all know, is, see, this is cooking, this is baking.
That's fair.
So cooking is easier because you can, like you did here, you throw in a bunch of things and figure out what tastes good. Baking is
true.
much more specific. You can't really deviate too much from baking.
But that's what I find better is like give me clear instructions and I can follow them.
Yeah.
That's why I was a good student. I was a good athlete. Tell me what to do and I'll do it.
Yeah.
It's when you have to throw in stuff and try to figure out what flavors might work better. I'm like, ugh,
I'm a little bit disorganized chaos, so I
Okay.
like to just experiment. Okay,
fair.
next.
Yeah. So you'll take your dough and
So
you'll just,
this is what we get after the yeast.
yes. So I already made
you
the dough
don't
for
murder
us.
your yeast.
It's
Okay,
yeast
so once you
and
cut that in
butter
half
and 1
for
egg
us.
because this economy, the eggs, man.
Right.
Sweetened condensed milk, salt, just the normal bread things. So
Okay.
what are you gonna do? I usually like to use that and cut it into like
Fours.
Oh, we're going little.
yeah,
Okay.
however many pieces you want. You can do smaller, you can do bigger. These were pretty small. I made them like about this big around.
Another cup.
Oh, yep.
That's wrong.
Perfect.
What
That'll
is
work.
this?
That's for that. That's for that. That's for that. I cut it wrong, so I had to like uncut.
Okay.
Uncut. Don't highlight my shame.
So to make the balls, you will just kind of tuck inside, right, and pinch, pinch, pinch on the bottom, and then you do what looks this looks very official. You kind of roll it like this with a cupped hand. And that secures the bottom and kind of ends up the seam. And it just looks cool. I don't know. I just think this looks like
mine
I'm
is
doing
not.
something in the kitchen.
Mine won't pinch.
Maybe
You want
too much
pinch?
flour
I want
for
pinch.
us.
Okay, yeah, maybe a little bit too much flour. But you just pinch it together, pinch, pinch, pinch. And then you'll roll it in your hand like that. And then you want to have a greased pan. So buttered and floured.
Spray it up.
That's like a floured spray. I don't know. Thank you for putting it over there. That's smart. You want to put it in there. You're gonna let them rise. The dough also has to rise by itself first for about an hour.
Okay.
The other thing with yeast is that you want it to have that time. If you try to rush the rise, it won't be light and fluffy and soft the way you want to. Let it do an hour. Then you make your dough balls.
Now, before we get to this, is in an hour too?
Yeah, just in the bowl, you're gonna let it rise for an hour. And if you want, you can cheat a little bit. I like to warm up my oven to like 170 and then put it in there and let it rise covered. And
little
that helps it
warm.
to kind of encourage it to fluff up more.
Okay.
Yep. So that's good. Beautiful, beautiful.
Tuck, 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 tuck.
Pinch, pinch, pinch. And like I said, I think it's cute to do them really small and have like these little itty bitty bite-sized pieces. And you can do this as a snack, I suppose. One of our bakers at the bakery takes these and puts a little dollop of cream cheese inside. Which
I was
is
gonna say you could
interesting.
probably
Yes.
put some stuff
my God.
inside.
Yeah, you could put
Bacon.
whatever, I guess.
Cheese, bacon.
Yeah.
For sure, cheese. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Cheese.
Cool. So once they're in there, like I said, you're gonna let them rise for about 45 minutes at this point, to an hour if you'd like. And you're gonna get an egg wash, which is the container right there with the brush. And that's just 1 egg and like a teaspoon or 2 of water.
Okay.
You'll brush it on top.
What does that do?
That will help them to be nice and shiny how these are. It creates that shine. A
Little bit of brown.
and pretty on top.
So this is just egg, a whole egg with some water.
Yep, 1 whole egg with the water.
And then you could probably do some Parmesan on top of that or whatever.
Yes.
There's so many
You
different
can literally
ways.
do whatever you want. I mean,
There
you
are
can do
no
brown
rules,
sugar.
but
Brown
There are no
sugar,
rules. Yeah, see, this is where you get your little creativity
Right.
in. You know, got to do the specific, but then you can get your cooking on and do something crazy.
As long as you
So now
have the
we do
basic
this.
roll recipe, you could make it whatever you want.
And now
For
we've
sure.
rested. You're welcome. We've rested and we've
Yep,
washed.
rested,
Uh-huh.
and then you bake it for about 12 minutes at 350.
Okay.
They should come out looking something like this.
Those
Kind
look
of pretty, kind of
perfect.
gorgeous.
Those look amazing.
Okay, so now, hopefully our honey, garlic, butter, ginger, green onion, whatever the heck is ready for us. So if you want to do the honors and use this brush
Okay.
and brush it on, you can pour and brush if you like.
Okay.
You can just brush if you
Don't be
feel like
shy.
it.
Don't
Go
be
ahead,
shy.
just-
Okay,
go
yeah.
ahead, just
I'm
do
gonna
it.
just, okay.
Do it.
And if this doesn't taste good, guys, let me know. It's okay. My feelings won't
On
be hurt.
TV, you want us to let you know?
I will
Yeah.
not shame you publicly.
It's not shaming. That's how we grow. The only way I'll know is that,
Touche.
you know,
We will
say
be
if it's-
gentle with our growth. There
yes,
we go.
please. But I want to know so I can make it better. And I will have these tomorrow at the bakery too. So you can also tell me if
Okay.
you don't like them.
Ooh, all right.
It's time. It's time.
That should be good.
Okay.
That's a lot of butter. Oh my goodness.
Where did sanitizer
All right,
go?
you can try it out? For sure, hand sanitizer it up. My hands are already washed, so I'm good.
Because you've
Okay.
done so much.
See.
Can you use the spatula and divvy real quick?
Oh, that makes sense. That's really
Okay,
smart. I
yeah.
didn't think about that.
Because I'm thinking about it from a
Here, I can get it for you while I put your
Okay.
hand sanitizer on.
Yeah,
These are super fluffy too. I let them rise
Yeah.
a long, long time.
Yep.
Ooh, and they're nice and brown on the bottom.
Steel.
Okay, I'm
They're
gonna
a little
try
fluffy.
this sanitizer. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna get one too. Again, it's
happening.
not good.
We have to cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to the rolls.
Cheers.
Ooh,
Oh, that's a good roll.
that's
That's a
interesting.
good roll. Now I need chicken.
It would be good with like a teriyaki.
You're right, for sure.
So while we continue to talk about delicious rolls, Jera, these will be available at the bakery.
Yes, they will. I'll have them tomorrow.
All right.
Tomorrow only.
Where are you located?
3059 West Bancroft Street.
All right. And
Thank you so much.
Definitely. We will be
Thank
right
you.
back.